Yo, what's poppin', man? It's the first of the month, man. It's November 1st, man. Shout out to you if you joined the channel. Be sure to leave a like, comment, turn on post notification, and be sure to subscribe to the channel so you can stay updated with the latest release. Man, happy Halloween if you did celebrate it. If you don't, hey, it is what it is. Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, I woke up to some crazy news in Orlando, Florida. A 17-year-old kid obviously made a bad decision and decided to become a mass shooter, and it left 2 people dead and 6 injured. So we're gonna figure out what's going on with this case. Y'all be sure to, like I said, to leave a like, comment, turn on post notification. But with that being said, let's get into this video. Yeah.
This is News 6, getting results.
Right now, a mass shooting investigation in the heart of downtown Orlando. Police saying 8 people were shot, 2 of them killed, after a 17-year-old opened fire in the busy bar district.
Yo.
Good morning on your Friday. It is 6 a.m. I'm Crystal Moyer. Bridget has the day off. We'll get to your weather and traffic in just a moment. But first, we want to get straight to our News 6 anchor, Steve Montiero, live from Orlando Police Headquarters. And for those of you just now joining us, Steve, you got an update from the police chief about an hour ago, and police actually showed surveillance footage from that scene.
That's right, Crystal. Look, this is the one thing you and I, even on the desk yesterday, talked that we did not want to happen. And it's the exact same thing that all our law enforcement leaders in Central Florida have been preaching over the past few days. But last night, we did have what we are calling a mass shooting, a 17-year-old suspect opening fire on a crowd all over the place there, 2 separate locations, and we do have video from
2 separate locations. A 17-year-old opened fire on a crowd. This is why I don't know what it is, bruh, with these young kids nowadays, but they're crashing out, bruh. These young kids nowadays are literally crashing out, bruh. I feel like it's like a group of kids that just don't care about life, bruh. Like, this shit crazy.
From last night, and we can show you that right now. What you're seeing here is those shots being rung out on security footage in that area. There are 2.
Whoa. We gotta run that back real quick. That happened way too quick. Hold on, y'all.
2 separate locations, and we do have video from last night, and we can show you that right now. What you're seeing.
All right, so Jit right here, he definitely just pulled something.
Here,
Yeah, somebody went down quick.
Is those shots being rung out on security footage in that area. There were 2 separate areas of a shooting scene, and people just started running all throughout downtown. Then on body camera video, you see Orlando Police Department officers that were out there working the security detail identify the shooter and take this suspect to the ground. The crowd there last night was absolutely insane, with thousands of people visiting downtown Orlando. I can tell you from experience, I have been to a Halloween celebration year.
People scatter like roaches, man. Hey, look, if you in the Orlando area, if you was out there, man, I hope that you're safe. These people that passed away during the shooting, unfortunately, condolences to their families. That's crazy, bro. To go out to an event and somebody just opened fire, bro. Crazy.
Years ago, and I can only imagine that it has gotten way bigger over the years. Now, Chief Smith did have some words to talk about during a press conference earlier this morning.
Can you speak to the degree your law enforcement officers were acting? That law enforcement officer sees the suspect, identifies them, and immediately takes him to the ground. Kind of talk the mindset of what your law enforcement officers are encountering in downtown Orlando.
So, in downtown Orlando, but throughout the whole city, and throughout anywhere with law enforcement officers, they're always trained, they're always ready to act. As soon as they heard the shots fired, you can watch any of these videos. None of the officers, went the other way. They didn't go with the crowd. Most of them, got a little bit of cover between them. They started scanning, seeing what was going on, and then they moved. They took action to keep everybody else safe, and that's what these officers do, and that's their job, and they did it, and I'm very proud of them.
You heard it right there from Orlando Police Chief Eric Smith. He is proud of his law enforcement officers last night, and this community should also be very proud. Yeah,
Yeah, because opening fire in the open crowd. Yeah. Bullets ain't got no name. So 9 times out of 10, a lot of people got hit. This shit crazy, bro. It's just the story, bro. It's just the fact that I'm covering stories where these 17-year-old kids are crashing out. I just covered a story about a 17-year-old back in, I think it was 2020. He pretty much killed his entire family. You know, so these kids, bro, they crashing out, bro.
Is a very tragic situation, but these officers were posted at every single corner. There's not a law enforcement officer not seen in any of the video that we were able to obtain at this point from Orlando Police Department. But we have coverage all through Central Florida right now. Our News 6 Angie Casada is over at Orlando Regional Medical Center, where she has been monitoring the in and out flow over there. Angie.
Yes. Here right away as soon as we heard that what happened, and as soon as we arrived at the hospital, there were several family members and friends waiting to hear about their loved ones. Now, some of them were teenagers, some were much older, but the hospital was on lockdown and they couldn't hear anything. A lot of mothers expressing just the weight was just terrible, not knowing what was happening with their sons. Now, since then, the hospital is currently on lockdown still, but those family and friends were allowed into the hospital, and we're told that they were put into separate conference rooms to be informed on their loved ones.
This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about, bro. It's like we can't even go outside and enjoy ourselves, bro. Just last year in Texas, you know, takeoff was taken, you feel me? Like, it just seems like, or it was that 2022. That may have been 2022, but what I'm trying to say, bro, it just seems like you can't go out and just enjoy yourself without the bullshit coming. You know, it's crazy. Yeah.
Conditions. We haven't heard back yet, but right now what we know is that there has been a total of 8 victims. 2 have died, and we even spoke to one UCF student who was out celebrating Halloween. He said his friend did not hesitate to step up and protect him.
He tackled me and a girl to the floor and pretty much shielded us, and he ended up being the one that got shot.
If you had to describe your friend, who is he as a person?
The bravest person I've ever met in my life. The single bravest person I've ever met in my life. Hands down, and I'll never meet anybody braver than that in my life.
Could you imagine being out downtown in your city, a 17-year-old kid open fire, you out with your friends? What do you do? What do you do? Are you carried do you have a license to carry? Do you have your firearm? And that's a good question too, because I want to know what happens in that instance. I mean, obviously, there's police officers out there, so really no civilian should pull no firearm, because then now you look like a suspect. So, but it's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, you really can't protect yourself when you out in public. In close quarters, you may be able to, but when you around a group of people or a function, you can't protect yourself. You gotta allow the cops to take care of that. You feel me? But like he said, man, his friend was the most bravest person he ever met in his life. He saved his life and his other friend's life. So, you know, my condolences go out to him and his family and the other families that had to find out this tragic information. This is a sad story, man. I'm gonna be honest, shout out to the Orlando police, Orlando police. Shout out to them, because they acted quick, as y'all can see on the video. They got to the scene real quick. They was on shit. So, yo, man, that's the video, man. I really do appreciate y'all rocking with me. I'll see y'all in the next one. Yeah.
How he getting all these racks? How he getting all that cash? That's the question that they ask. But I'm spazzing on their ass. In my phone, I'm going fast. Fuck your questions, I'm a boss. I used to take hella losses. Now broke niggas keep your distance. I ain't got